Imagine standing in your kitchen just after emptying your grocery bags. The counter is a kaleidoscope of vibrant packaging. A plastic clamshell held the berries, a thick plastic film wrapped the chicken, the bread came in its crinkly bag, and your favorite yogurt cups? Well, they're plastic too. You start sorting, recycling here, trash there, and a familiar sigh escapes you. Another week, another mountain of plastic. And you wonder, almost instinctively, is this my fault? Or is this just the way things are? It's a quiet moment, but one that echoes a much larger, more complex question many of us grapple with. When it comes to the vast ocean of plastic waste, is the burden primarily ours as individuals, or does it lie squarely with the systems that produce and distribute it? And for those of us who follow Christ, does our faith offer any guidance in navigating this dilemma? Let's begin by considering the deeply personal aspect, particularly through the lens of our Christian calling. From the very beginning, in Genesis, God entrusted humanity with a profound responsibility to tend and keep the garden. This isn't just about managing a physical plot of land, it's a foundational mandate for creation care. We are called to be stewards, not just consumers. A steward is someone who manages another's property with care and responsibility, understanding that they will be accountable for how they've handled it. The Earth, with all its intricate ecosystems and incredible biodiversity, is God's. We are merely temporary custodians. When we see the devastating effects of plastic pollution, marine life choked by plastic bags, microplastics entering our food chain, landscapes scarred by landfills, it's hard not to feel a twinge of conscience. This isn't just an environmental issue, it's a moral one. Our waste, often driven by convenience, can harm God's creatures, defile His beautiful creation, and even disproportionately impact vulnerable communities who often bear the brunt of pollution. Loving our neighbor, as Christ commanded, extends to loving those whose health and well-being are threatened by the environmental degradation our consumption habits contribute to. So yes, from a theological perspective, our individual choices do matter. Reducing our personal plastic footprint, choosing reusable bags, opting for unpackaged goods, repairing rather than replacing, these aren't just trendy eco-friendly habits. They can be acts of worship, expressions of stewardship, and tangible ways to live out our faith. Yet, as we sort through that pile of plastic on the kitchen counter, an undeniable truth emerges. Much of this packaging was unavoidable. The choices we made at the grocery store were often the only choices available. This brings us to the other side of the coin, the systemic problem. We live in a world where plastic production has exploded, largely driven by corporate decisions focused on cost efficiency and consumer convenience. Packaging is often designed for single use, without sufficient consideration for its end of life. Recycling infrastructure is often inadequate, inconsistent, or simply non-existent in many places. Governments, too, play a role, or sometimes lack thereof, in regulating production, incentivizing sustainable alternatives, and investing in robust waste management. It can feel incredibly overwhelming, almost futile, to try and swim against such a powerful tide. You might faithfully recycle every single item, only to learn that much of it ends up in landfills or oceans anyway, because the system isn't equipped to handle the sheer volume or variety of plastics. This realization can lead to frustration, even a sense of defeat, making us question if our individual efforts truly make a difference. So, how do we reconcile these two powerful perspectives? Is it personal responsibility or a system problem? The answer, I believe, is both. And as Christians, we are uniquely called to engage with this complexity. Our faith tradition encourages us to be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. We must be wise enough to recognize that simply telling individuals to do better isn't enough when the system actively hinders their ability to do so. This means advocating for change beyond our own recycling bins. It means supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability, encouraging our churches to adopt eco-friendly practices, and engaging with our local and national leaders to demand better policies, from extended producer responsibility to investment in circular economies. It means using our voices, our votes, and our purchasing power to push for systemic shifts. But in doing so, we must not abandon our personal responsibility. Our individual choices, while not the sole solution, are powerful acts of witness. They demonstrate our values, inspire those around us, and cultivate a posture of care and mindfulness that flows from our spiritual convictions. Every time we choose a reusable water bottle or mend a torn garment, we are making a small declaration that convenience isn't king, that creation is precious, and that our actions reflect our love for God and neighbor. It's about cultivating a heart of stewardship in all areas of our lives, recognizing that our faith compels us to seek flourishing for all of creation. Perhaps the question isn't either or, but both and. As Christians, we are called to personal holiness and to prophetic action. We are invited to examine our own habits while simultaneously working for justice in the broader world. This journey isn't about guilt, it's about grace. It's about understanding our profound privilege and responsibility, and then responding with love, wisdom, and courage. So, the next time you stand over that pile of plastic, let that sigh transform into a prayer for wisdom, for diligence, and for the courage to act both in your own home and in the world around you. Let it be a reminder that our call to tend and keep God's creation is a lifelong endeavor, one that requires both humble personal steps and passionate advocacy for systemic change. What small step might you take this week to align your actions more closely with your faith? What conversation might you start? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this journey of thoughtful stewardship together.